Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, let's get right into it, Cancer. So the moon is still in Scorpio, right? And it's going to be moving into, we're going to have a full moon in Sagittarius, right? So these questions are going to be really geared towards a moon in Sagittarius, even though we do have a full prediction moon video in Sagittarius over on the Patreon side. But these questions, these tarot questions are going to be geared towards a moon in Sagittarius. So just think in terms of a moon in Scorpio of purging. You're purging, getting ready for the new to come in. So you're purging. So what do you need to release? And I did mention I have questions in the previous video. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. And so those questions are in the previous video. So you can go check the video out, previous video out around heart chakra. So close out the cycle in love. You're closing out a cycle in love, right? So yeah, you're choosing love, right? So let's see what we got going on here in terms of your angel number. Yeah, let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, this angel number. So, okay, so this card was here. So 255 changes are indicators. So changes are coming that will bring new decisions for you to make. Your angels encourage you to greet these changes as assurance that your intentions are coming to be. So reflect on a negative emotion or worry that you've been ruminating on lately. Take time to visualize it withering into the universe and just let it go. Yeah, wither into the universe and let it go. So new choices here. So, alrighty, high vibrational Cancers. All right, let's get right into it. So you're closing out a cycle in live. So Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, planet of good luck, good fortune, all those things, right? So you don't want to mix anything that you're releasing with the new. So you want to make as much room as possible for the new in your life. And that's in the physical and in the spiritual realm. So if you're releasing anything, if you're getting rid of anything like in the physical realm and you're making room for something new. So let me lighten it up a little bit. So let's say, for instance, you're making room for like new furniture. If you got new furniture coming, you're not going to leave the old furniture just sitting there. You're making plans. You're saying, okay, well, I need to donate this, or if I got new, let's say you're donating clothes. A lot of times people will donate things to organizations that may give those things away to other people. So you're doing a spiritual cleansing, not just like taking it to the dry cleaners or like washing those items. You're also doing a spiritual cleansing. You're releasing like other people's energy off of that before you give it away as well, right? So yeah, but you're closing out cycles in love, completely in love at the highest frequency of love, but it's just closing it out. So things can start flowing to you like water. Things can flow to you like water because wealth is within your reach. That's right. And we're not even talking about just money in terms of wealth. Like you have a wealth of opportunities coming across your path in terms of just meeting people, in terms just I mean, whatever you pray to be wealthy in. It's not even paper and coins, just it's not even just that. Yeah. And that's all because it's a wealth transfer happening here. There was some energies who chose up to close out cycles in hate, right? And so Source is saying, but because you chose to close out cycles in love, when at that number 5, you chose love. Energies chose to go back to hate. Remember, 5 is the midpoint. And you chose to move forward in love. You don't look like what you've been through. So it's like 6. You didn't hold on to something. You ended something and you chose to move on in love, right? And so that's why wealth is coming your way. So it's a transfer, so for you and someone, it's a transfer of wealth. So that's the universe, that's source in the universe. So adjust your crown. You chose to move forward in love, not hate. So at what age did your parents work on their shadow self? And at what age did you work on your shadow self? Yeah, so if you left a job or anything and you were done wrong, I mean, like done real wrong, and you chose out to close out the cycle in love, you walked through, you chose to close out in love. You ain't, y'all know I was thinking about something funny, some funny stuff I've seen on Instagram, but stuff that they make memes out of. But you are who they pray for. You are who they pray for. Whoever, whatever situation, you are who they pray for. So everything in moderation. Everything in moderation. So you have a new attitude. Yep. Create the change that you want. Yeah, some energies were definitely trying to keep you boxed in some way, shape, form, or fashion. It's like some energies wanted you to retaliate. Like, let's say for instance, you got, terminated from a job or something like that. Somebody wants you to I'm not trying to be funny, but all that keeps flashing in my mind right now is this thing that I saw on Instagram one time. And I'm sure somebody comedic did it, but anyway, don't look back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Yeah, that's the beauty of comedy. Like people could take, really painful situations and you know, make it funny for everybody because it's relatable, right? So anyway, the angel of prophecy and wisdom is with you. But yeah, you're not looking back. You're closing out cycles in love, keeping it high vibrational. But first red flag, you're praying and meditating. So, but you won't be returning their call. Won't be returning their call. You're listening to your intuition. The curse is now broken. You made a positive impact on them. Yeah, some energies, whoever it was. So if this was whether it was in your personal or your professional life, some energies really wanted you to just, go off and, act like people do, in the movies. Who was the what movie was that? Who said that? Go ahead and make my day. Whatever. Somebody just wants you to just mm-mm-mm. Anyway, so you're closing out cycles in love. Okay, so a full moon in Sagittarius, and it's not a full moon yet, but this is getting you prepared. So continue purging, releasing, and you can I believe it's a waxing moon, but I do have some information about waxing moon on my um on TikTok and then also on YouTube Shorts if you want to go look it up. But preparing for full moon in Sagittarius is a time of illumination, expansion, truth seeking, spiritual wisdom, travel, releasing limited beliefs or limiting beliefs. The energy is bold, is optimistic, it's visionary, it's perfect for asking big picture questions, but you're asking source, right? Asking source. So it's time also of revelation and release, higher purpose and wisdom. Sagittarius is the I philosophize sign. So somebody is really kind of heavy on prayer and thanking source, listening to your intuition, breaking curses, chains, generational things because Pluto is retrograde, right? So you're rising above the judgment. That's the judgment card. So breaking generational cycle, changing curses. In other words, you're choosing what you're putting your energy towards and keeping it high vibrational. So let's see. So you can get some rest. I feel like you're getting some rest, right? So here we have the Queen of Swords here. So somebody is really protective of their energy. So you're just putting your emotions behind lock and key, keeping it high vibrational, so you can get your rest. The ancestors are all around you, so you don't feel no way about somebody blindsiding you and all of this other stuff, behind your back or say anything negative. Your ancestors have it all covered. Yeah, you already know, who has done what, so you're fully aware. So everything has already come through the air for you. So about two energies. So you're fully aware. So that's how someone is sleeping well. That's how someone is sleeping well. Things are coming through the air for you. So you're moving on from something, and that yellow lets me know that you can do it. You're able to move on. Somebody has amethyst here. So here we have the three wands here. So I feel like somebody is taking a leap of faith. It's something that you prayed for. You're taking a leap of faith. And this is like somebody's throat chakra. You spoke something. You're speaking something into existence. You're just taking a leap of faith. It's like, okay, hey, it's around love. It's around love. And love is not always romantic, but It's something. It's something around love that you're protecting. Something that you're holding close to you, protecting. Um, but yeah, somebody's learning that first red flag. You're praying and meditating and asking source for clarity about something. Yeah. So looks like looks like there's still some conversation going on, possibly behind yours and someone else's back. Yeah, but something is already closed out. So yeah, so let's like I said, we're gonna keep this reading kind of short. So Spirit, give me some information around the truth that's being illuminated for Cancer right now. And this is really the truth that's being illuminated, is that you're closing out cycles in love. You're some energies really wanted you to look like a fool, really. You know, two energies really wanted you to look like a fool. So talking about you behind your back. So yeah, it's it's nothing for you to look back to. Anyway, you got everything you needed. You got you got your downloads of your nightmares. You're a light high priestess, so they came in through your nightmares. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Then they put these energies put somebody in survival mode. You your meekness is not weakness. Your meekness is you. Yeah, that's what I said. It came in through light high priestess. So something came in through your nightmares. You know exactly what happened. Um, something comes to the air for you. Here we have the Four of Cups here. Um, something could have caused you to lament. Yeah, something could have caused you to lament, and could have caused someone else to lament and caused to have a lot of nightmares. Let me see what else we got going on here. But yeah, you let source fight your battles. You let source fight your battles. So what outdated beliefs does Cancer or illusions does Cancer being called to release? Maybe overthinking something, or maybe over talking about something, or talking to too many people, because there's two sides, there's two natures to we have a Leo up here. There's two natures to a Leo. You may have talked to a Leo about something, who may have come across as meek. They kind of wore their heart on their sleeve. So you may have talked to somebody about something, and they may have said something. They may have said something to a high priestess. You weren't, let me see. Yeah, so you may have said something to someone. You know, you may have said something to someone and didn't really know what frequency they were on. Knight of Cups. So somebody may have thought they were saving somebody when it actually could have put somebody else in survival mode. So let me see, 5, 6, 4. Yeah. Somebody could have thought they were saving somebody. So I feel like you have, in hindsight, somebody would have done things differently. This is the Eight of Swords here. Just like in hindsight, looking back, somebody would have done something differently. Let's see what else we got going on here. When it comes to two energies, you would have done something differently. So what source, what adventure or risk is Cancer spiritually preparing for? What is Cancer spiritually preparing for here in terms of your, like, you're taking a leap of faith? Because I see you taking a leap of faith here spiritually. So a lot of things have come through the air, right? A lot of pain, a lot of painful conversations about people saying they love people, but a lot of pain was caused. A lot of different conversations going on here. So what are you preparing for? So some kind of charity you're preparing for, like giving some kind of help, giving or receiving some kind of help, or sharing some information is what somebody's preparing for. That's what you're preparing for. So remember, Six of Pentacles is not just paper and coins, money. So helping someone, just that's worth its own weight, it all unto itself, right? It's not always in terms of just like paper and coins, money, but also giving people access to resources, or telling people, I know what can help. Can also, money is one thing, but it's also, there's something happened where somebody was talked to in a very disrespectful way. Yeah, here we have Two of Wands. So, somebody may have walked up and overheard a conversation, was hearing somebody saying something to somebody, and somebody fell for some kind of bait. Somebody was baited into something. Yep, a younger person. So source is saying here, you get the Two of Wands here, the Page of Pentacles here. I feel like at this point, um, like I said, the curse is broken. Just the curse of overthinking, over talking, just overdoing it. I mean, like, just is overdoing, because you never know who you're talking to, who you're talking about. Even if it's loved ones, you don't know how they're going to respond to certain things. I feel like somebody's first mode is to pray. You don't know what they're connected to. There's a Knight of Swords. It might could be connected to an organization. Somebody could have been connected to an organization where people were already talking about somebody behind their back. So there's a Nine of Cups, and that could have just been a wish fulfillment for them. So in hindsight, looking at the cards here, somebody says they had no idea. Something was already floating through the air about something. So 10 of Wands here. So yeah, something was already floating in the air about somebody or two people already. And it's like something just walked right in. Somebody, so having a conversation with somebody just was like just a wish come true. So anyway, the curse is now broken. And when we talk about the I philosophize, somebody is now purging something. Somebody is now purging um, somebody don't know what other people's love language is. Your love language could be you're talking, just trying to make a connection with people, right? That could be your love language. You're just talking to make a connection with people, but you don't know who's connected to whom. So somebody's gonna learn how to start praying about something and just saying, okay, I don't know who's connected to whom. I don't know who works for whom. I don't know who has an issue with whom. In hindsight, I'm not trying to cause any pain for somebody or their kids or parents or whoever. So I'm not trying to make somebody look like a fool. So in other words, it's like it's two sides of the sword. So somebody is basically saying, you know what, if I don't want something done to me, I'm not going to do it to somebody else. So that's what this is. So that's what we're saying. Like, so what adventure or risk is Cancer being spiritually prepared for? So something about your energy is just one of a kind. So from the moment you emerge into the world, you've had extraordinary gifts. You understand starlight, animal voices, and all things magical. So whatever you wish, right? Whatever you wish. When you lessen the importance of problems and suffering, life will swing back into balance. Stop the struggle and feel peace. The world responds to you. Yep. So somebody has a really, really big heart. I mean, really, whoever you are, I mean, well, I say y'all are sweethearts anyway, but somebody has a really, really big heart. But somebody was almost like basically trying to, because there was a lot of talk about how big your heart is. And basically, like, you give people so many chance after chance after chance after chance after chance. And that's going to cause you, that's going to make you cry. So this could have been, so somebody wanted to make a fool out of you and someone else. Somebody wanted to prove a point that you've given somebody, you love somebody too hard, and they're going to eventually make a fool out of you. Or that you're going to make a fool out of them. That was the whole point of your whole reading. Somebody just wanted to, it's like people were just, so stay true. Because this is a younger person, Cancer, what I'm seeing here, like I said, as far as money is concerned, because I'm looking at the Six of Pentacles and Page of Pentacles. I feel like where if it's like physical, like money or something, first of all, you're going to know what your love language is, and you're going to find out what their love language is. So if this is a younger person, let's say it's a niece, nephew, your kids, adult kids, or whatever, or a mentee or whoever, sister or brother in love, I was going to say step, but like sister or brother in love, whoever, and you got outside forces that are just determined to make you and somebody else look like a fool. Source is saying to you, this is where somebody's going to have to learn how to make a pact and speak up early on and say, hey, listen, what's your love language and mine? Okay, let's get this thing together so that it's not causing any tears on the back end. So we don't have to keep with this hindsight is 2020 mess. Like we should know each other well enough that I'm not going to just give you paper and coins money, because you could have some energies around you, whatever. That's all they're looking at. They just looking at the physical. So anyway, here we have stay true. The need for validation from others is an illusion. That's what I'm saying. Like instead of just giving somebody just paper and coins, they could have some friends that'll hurt them for that money. So the need for validation from others is an illusion. You are not responsible for how others perceive you, but it is your responsibility to stay true to you. And that's what you and somebody could have in common. Is like they could be at a young, impressionable age. Whoever this energy is, this page energy is, friends they could be wanting a whole new lease on life and could be around some energies that's just jealous, could be completely jealous. And remember, the energy of money is attracted to you all. So for you, you're all are hardworking zodiac sign, but you again, y'all staying in your crab shell and being frugal, you know, people think, I joke about it, but people really do think that y'all got a vault somewhere behind a wall. So that's not always the case. So some energies wanted to make a fool out of you and somebody else. So be very mindful of that. Very, very, that's what you got to be high vibrational. You got to be a high vibrational high priest, a light high priest, not dark high priest. You can't be just all over. You got to be able to feel that wind. If you catch wind that you are in places where jokingly or not jokingly, you are not appreciated, you need to about face for real. This right here deals with fifth house in a romantic situation, friendship, people, people being shady, joking and stuff. Oh, so you really have it. You and your person, y'all really got that kind of money. Y'all need to be, you and somebody need to be on the same page. That's what I have for you. That's what I see you learning. So let's pull a few oracle cards and let's go ahead and close it out. Because that's what I'm seeing for you in your reading. Those are the questions that Source wanted you all to carry into this week coming up as we get to this full moon. But yeah, invite help. So invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. So yeah, so good deal for you all, Cancers. Like I said, I could tell people until I'm blue in the face that you all go into your crab shell and you all are very frugal with your money. But I mean, some people are just going to see money. That's it. That's all they're going to see, paper and coins. So don't looking at your cards here, try not to put, like loved ones and stuff in a situation where they're around some dangerous energy. So here we have soak in a bath. Right. So this could be a salt bath for somebody, I guess. Because I'm seeing candles around in this picture right here with somebody's toes are green. But this looks like somebody has like gemstones and crystals. Looks like this is, what else this is? Candles. This could be a sage that's lit, something on this card here. But yeah, that's how somebody's closing out the cycle through prayer and just soaking in the bath. But hmm yeah, you gotta be real careful when you're talking to people, just because you could be open spirited energy and telling people about discounts and all of this up there. They don't hear nothing. And you don't know what people are motivated by. But anyway, that's what I have for you. Okay, bye.